Okay, we are live. Welcome everybody to a behind the scenes live editing session where we are finishing this video, learning to Boomerang. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so I'm gonna try and sign into this live chat unless it's already signed into, make sure that people can send messages and that I can see them. But more importantly, we're just gonna get into editing the sound design here. So what we have is a full edit. It's already good to go. What is up, everybody? Holy crap, we have a lot of messages. All right.
We're doing something unprecedented
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We appreciate you guys being patient with us as we figure out any glitches.
Any glitches? Yeah, this is the first time we've tried streaming. We can already see there's some people with badges here. I don't know what that means. They have XP. So we have an edit, learning to Boomerang. It's got all of the preliminary visual effects in it, so you can see these boomerangs. It's a flock of boomerangs.
Oh, we should stress real quick, guys. This is going to be heavy spoilers, so if you don't want to have the episode be spoiled, this is probably the wrong thing to watch.
Yeah. So all these animations are rough. You can see there's little HUD icons here from the 3D program that we animated this in. So we're currently rendering out these animations, and while we do that, I'm going to be doing sound design. So it's going to be mostly whoosh sounds. What is up, guys? Hey, Philippe Onmar, thanks for the 500 through Super Chat. That's awesome. We will be calling out people who tip or donate or whatever. I just revamped our members offerings. So if you guys want to become a member, we're going to try and produce some behind the scenes videos for members. You also get access to our Discord. Show up there and hang out with us. We're super appreciate it if you guys want to support the channel, but if not, just enjoy the content. Yes, we are both crazy people and visual effects artists. Yes. Welcome. So anyways, as I was saying, we have the rough animations in here already. You can see so this is when he throws a boomerang connected to a rope. And we couldn't get the actual rope that I'm holding here as I'm running away attached to the boomerang, so we animated a rope. And now we just need to, remove the other rope and keep this rope here. And it comes in here, some dynamic rope simulation as it's being tugged. Anyways, so that's the state this is in. There's a crazy sequence here at the end, which I'm not going to, but for now, I'm going to do sound effects and try and get through as many of them as I can. And I'll try and keep an eye on the chat as I go. This is not a face reveal, by the way. I'm not Mr. Butter.
Yeah, we actually don't know what Mr. Butter's face looks like.
Yeah.
We cast him. He shows up. He acts for us, or just does his thing. We capture everything real on camera, and then he disappears.
Yeah, and the last guy who actually saw his face, we never heard from him again.
Yeah, it was a gruesome scene.
Yeah. All right, so what do we got? We have a flock of boomerangs. It's a nature documentary about boomerangs. Oh wow, look at how beautiful they are. All right, not to spoil too much.
He is 50% of the channel, so it's like a 50% face reveal.
It's a 50% and only 35% because you can't see my eyes. So
they're too stunning.
Let's get some whoosh sounds in here. I'm gonna read some comments real quick. This is not a face reveal. I am the editor. I have edited every single episode of Buttered Side Down. Yes.
Editor, animator, extra role when we need an extra person.
It's just the two of us. So writer, editor, sound effects, animator, random extra sometimes, puppet operator.
Hey, you needed to do your best Mr. Butter impression to prove that you're not Mr. Butter.
Yeah. You can clearly tell it's not me. I don't have a deep enough voice. All right, let me find some whoosh sounds. Let's get into this. I can't spend the whole stream not being productive. Take off your glasses? No. These are actually surgically attached to my face. All right, so I have a huge list of sounds already. I already have, these are sounds I've collected since 2017 for every episode I've made. And obviously there's like a gigantic list of whoosh sounds. So I've already got a lot of whoosh sounds I can go through here for boomerangs, but I have to kind of figure out what a boomerang sounds like. If anybody knows what a boomerang sounds like when it whooshes through the air, that would be helpful. We have 147 people in here. All right. Let's see here. So we've got this flock of boomerangs. So we just need like subtle whooshing sounds. I just need to find something that's subtle. That's not subtle. These are very aggressive whooshes. This is nice, but this is like an industrial fan. Different rate. A lot of these are really intense. I might have to go look for this as a separate whoosh. I've never done a whoosh like this. Some of these are like really bizarre whooshes. You want more pet rock plushies? You mean this? You mean my pet rock plushie? Don't you wish you had one? Okay, these are nice. These are very fast whooshes. I might be able to slow them down. That's not bad. Okay, so if I take one of these whoosh sounds, what is this going to sound like? This is going to sound like, it's just such a soft whoosh, just a soft, gentle whoosh. That's all I need. It's a gentle whoosh. Yeah, this wasn't easy. This pet rock plush took us so long to figure out. We still have like, I think we should have like six left. Still not sure what to do with them. All my whooshes are so aggressive. Do I have anything that's like a lot more gentle? I have bullet whooshes. Cable whoosh. Ah, this is a great sound. Energy whoosh. That's like a lightsaber. Ghost whoosh, transition whoosh. Transition whoosh.
Oh, when we came up with the channel name, we were trying to find something that represented like bad luck or just like nothing working, and I think this kind of landed on toast landing butter side down.
Ooh, this is good. I have something like this. Okay, whip cord whoosh. If I slow this down, this could work. All these multi whooshes are perfect.
Oh, those are good. Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. That's really good. I think I got these for the nuclear potato episode when he had the glaive, which was like the throwable, somewhat like a boomerang type throwable weapon. That's why I have these. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna start laying these in just to sort of feel it out.
It's two with us, Caitlin. The main two people. We have collaborators, like we have a composer, we have other artists that help us, but it's just the two of us grinding almost every day.
Yep. Okay. All right. This is gonna be tough. I need a long take of this. Okay. What about this one? You love our channel? You were 5 years old when you found us? That's crazy. Thanks for being here all this time. I'm gonna try this. I don't think these sounds are gonna work really well. Maybe if I slow them down. Do like 75% speed. I don't know what this is. It's definitely, it sounds like a cable being thrown around, which isn't the right whoosh. And these are so short. I could try duplicating them and putting them back to back, but that's going to be tricky. Let me give myself some more room here. Okay, if I do a couple whooshes here. I see some of our Russian fans. I've just started learning Russian, so I could pronounce what you're saying, but I can't understand it. What's going on, everybody? I'm doing sound. If you're just now joining us, I'm doing sound effects for our next episode. We're hoping to get this episode out by like this weekend. It's called Learning to Boomerang. So I'm gonna be laying in a lot of whoosh sounds, and I'm just starting that now. Okay, so this doesn't sound good. It just sounds like someone's whooshing something around. Maybe if I slow this way down, but I don't think that's gonna sound good. I can do this thing where I maintain audio pitch, but that's gonna kind of garble the audio. That's okay. If I don't maintain audio pitch, it's just such a deep whoosh. It's almost like gigantic whoosh. So I do need to maintain big whoosh. I do need to maintain audio pitch. It still doesn't sound right. I'm gonna go over to Epidemic Sound, where I search for sounds occasionally and look for some longer whooshes. Let's see, maybe I can just type Boomerang. What if that gets me something? Where am I? I'm in music. Wrong section. Boomerang. Swooshes. That's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna start downloading some of these.
I can't help but imagine a guy next to a microphone with like a little stick or rod going with the stick.
Yep. Let's see here. Download these. I'm gonna make a new folder with all these whooshes. Call it Boomerang Whoosh. Okay, what else we got? Ooh, that's a good sound. It's really, really brief. I'm gonna go ahead and download that one as well. Interesting. Okay, that's very cartoony. I don't know. This is clearly the sound of a pipe, a plastic pipe being whipped around, but I don't know what this would be used for. Interesting. What's going on, guys? I'm the Butterside Down editor. I'm finishing the next episode. It's just sound effects today.
Don't sell yourself short. You're also the key inhabitant of the butter world.
It's true.
Other than Mr. Butter.
I'm the only one who survived. Okay. Interesting. Wow. A lot of cartoony wobbly sounds. I don't know what this is. What is this? Okay. This is kind of the fun part. What the heck is this? Where would I ever use this other than like an extremely cartoony animation? This is interesting. Not quite. He's the editor. Looks like a middle-aged young adult. Bro, what does that even mean? Who cleans up the house after stuff like that happens in the videos? Both of us. Yeah, it's always been a question of mine, like, if you've ever watched a How To Basic video, who the heck cleans up his house? Does he do it? Does he hire like an industrial cleaning crew? I'm just looking for some nice, soft, subtle boomerang sounds, and that is not what I'm looking for. Let me know if the audio is good, guys. If there's anything that's too loud or whatever, just let me know. This is kind of our first stream, and we're just getting used to it.
There kinda is butter side down lore. It's sort of something we're working on, but we don't want to we want to make sure we are 100% happy with it before like diving too deep into it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll reveal anything about the lore today.
No.
This is interesting. This sound. It's not bad. It's kind of big. I might grab this one. This is so cartoony. You search boomerang and you get cartoon sounds. Whoa. That's intense. Interesting. Ooh. Speak Poland? I do not speak Poland. He had a house, then he had a box house, then he was homeless, and then apocalypse landed him in his current house. This guy knows his Butterside Down lore. Well,
That's the
his history.
present lore. There's also backstory lore.
Right. All right, I'm gonna stop going through this list of cartoony sounds. I saw some good ones up here. So this is good. Let me see if I can find similar ones to this. If I click on this, I should get some similar sounds. These aren't similar at all.
Yeah, Pet Rock has been a little bit MIA. We haven't had a moment in any of our scripts where Pet Rock would make sense. I guess we haven't considered poor old Rocky.
Yeah, we had a outline or sort of like a rudimentary script for Pet Rock 3 at some point. That was years ago. It just never made sense to make it. It was going to be way more grand than Pet Rock 2. He was going to go on an adventure, meet like a girl Pet Rock, but it was like so many locations and so much traveling. Other episodes took precedence. This is not a face reveal. This is the editor. I'm the editor of the channel. And more, but it's just two of us. Currently today I am finishing or doing the sound effects for our next episode, Learning to Boomerang. So right now I'm looking for boomerang sounds, like whooshing sounds. That's interesting, but that's not gonna work if I duplicate it over and over. This had potential, man. This was so good at the beginning, and then they started going too fast with it. Like this subtle, like... I'm gonna download this one anyways. I need more like that. Oh, this is good, come on. Oh, this is good. Yeah, this is good, this is really good. Okay. This is like that soft, subtle boomerang sound I'm looking for. Swooshes, swooshes, swish, skipping rope, swing, swoosh, medium, continuous. Who would have guessed? What was that one? What was that again? You used to watch us when you were 4 years old? Wow. You make me feel old. Who's the mascot? You love our creativity and effort. Thanks a lot, man. Media stuff, YouTube. We definitely try. Okay, this is good. All right, I'm gonna lay this in. It's really long. I'm gonna delete these other whooshes. Let's see if I can make this sound like it's coming from those boomerangs up in the air. You probably start hearing it like around here, we'll say. Fade in. You might start hearing it sooner. I don't want it to just come out of nowhere. Slow fade in, super slow. Yeah. That's good, that's good. Okay, now I just need a couple of these because we've got like 6 boomerangs up there. We'll just offset them slightly and then see if they can last the whole time. Okay, that's good, but it's too mechanically offset. I can tell. I need to change the rate. So let's do like 115 on this, and we'll do one more at like a slower speed so that we have different. We have some variation in here. We have some like lower pitch and higher pitch versions, and faster and slower. We'll do 85. We'll do 88. Get weird with it. It's not bad. It sounds a little fast. Maybe this one that's at 115 is too fast. Maybe we should go down like 75. You guys want more of these live streams where we stream our work? If you don't mind the spoilers, we're willing to do that. We have YouTube membership set up and super chats, so you know, if you'd like to help support the channel, we'd really appreciate it. If not, just leave a like and enjoy the content. This is not bad. This is not bad. Okay, so this is kind of working for me. We need to change how it sounds when we go to this cut point here because it's much closer up. We might go to a more aggressive whoosh sound, or we might up the volume of those. But let's lay this in for whenever he's farther away from them. So if it's not clear what this is something you rarely see in nature. It's a flock of boomerangs. Yeah, very rare, very rare creatures. It's amazing to find them out in the wild like this. Appreciate everyone's comments. I'm reading through them right now. A lot of comments on like the creativity of the channel. We grew up watching cartoons, and we're kind of like 90s kids, so I credit 90s cartoons for our sense of creativity and humor. Okay, this is good. This is working. We're just gonna keep this going. Go and cut these, move them over here. So every time we cut back to Mr. Butter, he is witnessing, hearing the boomerangs. So we'd have a lack of boomerangs right here. Hey dude, if you can see this shot, I'm sure you're already aware where he looks down to grab the rock, needs boomerangs up in the air here. I think you were just gonna render out an element and just track it in there super quick, right? Okay, he's not here right now, but he will answer this later. Let's keep laying these in. These are our boomerang sounds from a distance. We're also lacking boomerangs here in the air, which I think can still be composited in from other shots, but if not, I will have to go animate this. I'm just gonna catch up on some of the comments. Why is everything swish? I do not speak Korean or Russian currently. I know we have a lot of fans internationally. Our channel is kind of multilingual. You know, you don't need to speak English to understand it. So to all my international friends, thank you for watching. Welcome, if you can understand me. Okay. Let's keep going on this. I'm gonna extend this a little bit. I'm gonna have the whoosh sounds kind of continue into the title here and just sort of fade out over time. It's nice to sort of like keep a sound effect going. Let's fade it out a lot more than that though. Like even sooner. Well, he's running away, so we're not gonna hear them. They're gonna be like getting quieter basically. I want to extend this one. Okay. Keep it going even more. So when he turns to the left, I also want the sounds to sound like they're coming from the right ear. They're also a little too loud in general.
Yeah, this is technically our first live. I mean, for sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys don't see me editing. I'm sorry. I did not switch back. Okay, here we go. Still ironing out the bugs on this. This is our first stream, so we're just sort of getting used to it. But I have to like manually switch back and forth between going and collecting sounds and then laying them in. So just something I have to mentally remember.
Yeah, I think we're experimenting too. We're trying new things. We'll probably do versions of this where I'm working on like VFX or compositing, and maybe we can like dual share or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works, to be honest.
This is just kind of like a trial run to see how you guys are feeling about a stream or how receptive you are to this. Just to engage with our fans a little bit more and say hi.
Come from out of the shadows.
This is a new video. It's called Learning to Boomerang. This text is off center for some reason. Oh, I know why. It's because you have to open up Adobe Creative Cloud, and then that loads all of your text fonts. If you don't load them, it comes in as a default text font. The other guy's audio is a bit loud. All right, I'll turn it down a little bit. That's fine, no problem. We'll go ahead and make that 25% quieter. Thanks for calling out if anything's off in the stream. I'm still getting things worked out and fixing all the bugs and stuff. So if you guys have, if you guys notice anything's wrong with the audio or visuals, just let me know and I'll fix it. Okay. Where were we? So anyways, this is the episode we hope to release this weekend called Learning to Boomerang. All of the preliminary visual effects are laid in. These are unrendered previews. I animated these in Maya. So you can see there's like this HUD from Maya in there. You can see the coordinates. These are going to get rendered. This background's currently just a previs background. It's just it's going to look real. So today I am doing sound effects. Okay, so this part where we're basically in the nature documentary section and the beautiful music's playing, I need like really soft, beautiful whooshing sounds. Like this needs to be like National Geographic, like nice on the ears. Am I able to learn VFX via Samsung Dex? I don't know what that is. We have the intro done. The whole video is basically edited. So here's the whole video. Okay, you just watch the whole thing. There you go. The visual effects are still being worked on, but everything else is there. We have another desk build. That's going to be, I don't think there's many sound effects for this part. So that'll be easy. But right now, let me just continue these boomerang sound effects. Okay. So like I was saying, for these nature documentary sections, I need really nice, soft boomerang sounds. Can I use this, but even softer? Can I make this like slower? Let's try that. If I put this in here and I go like 60% speed, what does that sound like? Samsung Dex basically makes your monitor or TV via your phone, only on the S series. If you want to do really good visual effects, though, I recommend a computer. Okay, this is not bad. Yeah, see, the tricky thing is with these boomerang sounds is like there's a section here where the boomerangs kind of like connect, and like this whooshing sound kind of like speeds up and then slows down, and only way I know to do that is to time remap it in After Effects, because you can't do time remapping in Premiere, unfortunately. So I might try to do that. I'll do that later though, because that's kind of an undertaking. But for now, I'm just gonna lay these in as basic sounds. Yeah, this is nice, but I do think it's gonna require a little bit more work to get these sounds to increase and decrease in tempo. Let's do 70. We'll get. I could do this. I could have a couple that are, let's see, faster, so like 80 to 88, and then I could have this sort of fade in and fade out, so you hear them coming in and going. Why are there no people on the streets in your videos? There should be plenty of people, actually. We're in a metropolis. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, so this boomerang right here kind of comes across view. Just like... We need like a really clear boomerang sound for that. So maybe I'll go like 100% on this one. Let's find the apex of where it passes us right here. Let's go put that in the center. We'll have it loud for this whole time. And let's see how this sounds. It's not bad, but this is kind of quiet. Let's increase it by like 7 decibels. That's not bad, that's not bad. It needs to fade out faster because it passes us faster. And let's have it actually just be a lot faster in general. That's pretty good. It's a little too loud now. Let's go 5. That's pretty good. Okay. Show us what I have so far. All right, we're gonna watch the opening, everybody, up until the title. Here we go. So beautiful. Learning to boomerang. So that's the opening. Classic Mr. Butter, disrupting nature's natural flow.
By the way, I'm thinking maybe look for like a fleshy sound when he hits the boomerang with the rock, like a kind of impact sound that sounds made of like stone against wood, but also like a soft, fleshy sound.
Do you want like a crunch, like a crush, like a bone crunch? Like
Yeah, or like something being smacked, you know?
okay. We'll try that. Pet Rock reference? Yeah, this is Pet Rock's meth addict cousin. This is not, I'm not Mr. Butter. For anybody who thinks I'm Mr. Butter, I'm not. I am one half of the channel. No one has seen Mr. Butter's face. I'm sorry. And lived to tell the tale. This is not DaVinci.
We do VFX in After Effects, Maya, Unreal Engine, and I think we also use like a couple other small tools here and there.
Yes, this is like the skateboard video, but boomerangs. If you'll remember, in the skateboard video, he comes across a flock of skateboards. And here we are. Oh, actually, I would say a herd.
More of a herd.
A herd
this
of skateboards.
Is, yeah, you got it. You beat me to it.
Yeah. This is a flock. Okay, so where was I? Let's lay in the rock impact sounds just because that's more fun. So I'm gonna go to find our impact sounds. Where is the eyes? Here we go. Impact. See, we have a brick impact. I don't think this is gonna be right. No, we'll do, let's see, rock impact. Nope, that's like a rock hitting soil. That's so aggressive. That's too aggressive. We have a heavy folder in here. What's this? That's interesting. That's like a sledgehammer hitting rocks. Yeah, true. The only person who's seen Mr. Butter's face basically ended up in the hospital, the violinist. Yeah.
There's also the doctor in the
yeah.
lab rat one. He ended up choked out.
It's true.
The guy who got sucked into a sponge.
That's right. That poor man. The guy who got dunked in the water balloon episode. Is Mr. Butter talking to me? No, I don't know who that is. Okay, I'm still looking for a good impact sound here.
I'm just the other half of the channel. You know, the VFX artist, douche, nozzle. I don't know why I said that. I wanted to say dude, but the other word came out.
So we have some kicks. Let's see here. What do these sound like? It's like a someone with like a clothing on kicking. This
What do you mean? I'm not Mr. Butter.
Why the hell is so little amount of people here? Because I don't think we're a live channel. I don't think we're a live streaming channel. We're mainly a video production channel. So I don't expect like us to get thousands and thousands of viewers on a live stream. But for the people who are here, welcome and thank you for coming. This sound, I'm sure everyone recognizes it. I hear it everywhere. It's actually like a cliche at this point. It's almost like the Wilhelm scream.
You can't change perfection. You know, sometimes there's a sound that's just so perfect.
It is pretty good. I might use it.
What if you like pitch bend it a little bit?
Yeah, I could. It's kind of like, it's funnier when it just comes out of nowhere. It's not funny if it's just used in a fight for like normal hits. Let's throw this in here. and see how it sounds. Let's bring it down here. Okay, where's this hit at? Right here. Impact.
Honestly, Decayed Tooth, you're not far from the kind of truth of the concept.
Where did I learn to edit? I think you just open the program and you take a video and you just start editing it. And then you do that like 1,000 times. Okay, the sound is stupid, but it's kind of funny. It makes me laugh. So let's go a little quieter, and maybe we'll pitch it up a little bit because it's not hitting such a heavy object. It's kind of a light object. So we'll do like 125 maybe. That's too much. 115. And it's too quiet now. Let's do -5. And ironically, we need another whoosh for the rock being tossed. This one can be more aggressive. Let's see here. That's too aggressive. This one's not bad. I just need to make it louder. We'll start it back here. We'll go +5. It's a little weird. Maybe I need to make it longer. Let's try 80% length. Okay, that's not bad. Now we just need like wood crushing sound and then maybe like a fleshy thing like you were suggesting.
Fleshy thing.
Is Epidemic Sound worth it if not doing visual effects, do you think? I think it's worth it, but yeah, definitely if you're doing visual effects or anything with like a lot of sound effects, Epidemic Sound is great.
I mean, you also get music and other things.
Yeah, for sure. You get a ton of stuff. And actually, they just like over the years have really improved their search function. This video is not sponsored by Epidemic, but I do recommend them. Let's save this out.
His name is the Staff of Unspeakable Evil.
Right.
That's what it's on his, at least on his social security card.
Okay, now we need an impact sound for wood. I think I have something like that. Let's see here. Wood. I like the sound. It's so crunchy. Okay, let's use that crunchy one. Where is it? Let's use the tail end of this. It's pretty aggressive. It almost sounds like the boomerang shattered. So I'm hesitant to use this, but it might be funny anyways. I don't want to overpower the sound of the punch. Let's fade it out fast. This is just a texture. It does not sound very good. Maybe too much of the crunch. Let's try adding.
There's almost like I would almost suggest looking for like the sound of bamboo
snapping or something,
hitting itself, or like bamboo falling, like a pile of bamboo getting knocked over. Like, you know, I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking. Like just that like, I don't know. It's like a hollow wood impact sound, not so much a crunch.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Let's look for something like that. How would I call that? It's an odd sound, yeah. If I go looking for like a By the way, everyone, we have a Discord. It's open to members. If you'd like to support the channel, we'd super appreciate it. And we hang out in Discord if you want to go chat with us and get some behind the scenes content. So I'm looking for like a wooden pole hit, maybe? Wooden pole hit wood. That's kind of something.
It's getting closer to what I heard.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, like maybe 2 of those, like boom, boom.
I don't know if it'd be 2, but this is not bad. I'm gonna download this one. We'll put it in impact wood, and we'll say, what would you call this? Pole, I guess. Impact wood. No, you guys can't see where I'm saving this. Don't worry, I'm saving it. Impact wood. We'll say pole. Save it there. Let's keep looking for more.
Yes,
like that.
we can read your comments.
Interesting. Whoa.
And thank you, Justice World. Really appreciate that. I would like a cookie, but alas, you're not in front of me right now.
This is interesting. This is interesting. What do you think about this?
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like a small wooden object, like reverberating. I'm gonna look for a couple more and then see, try and use that. That's interesting. I like that one. Let's download that one. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that, of course, it's always the cartoon sounds.
This is also the part in the process where he starts going crazy because he keeps hearing more and more sounds.
I have weird dreams.
Yeah, we saw that Quarto Crew React video. It was really cool. We were actually super stoked because we really respect them, and just to see them hype up our video was really an honor, to be honest.
Yep. All right, I've like entered metal pole territory, which is not what I want. I'm looking for wood. So did I even search for wood? Yeah, wood. Wood pole hit, maybe not wooden. I seem to have found what there is. All right, we're gonna go back and try and use what we have. Let's make sure I switch back to Premiere. All right, now that we're in wood, we have poles, pole impacts. Let's see if we can lay these in. It's not bad. These are still, I like this one kind of. Let's try this. And use just the tail end of it. Put it in here. It might just get overpowered by this impact hit. We'll see. And maybe this is too loud. We'll see. That's not bad. Could be better. It's not maybe high pitch enough. Like, these are all too tame, basically. I need something that like gets hit really hard, but it's a small, light object. Maybe if I increase the pitch and speed of it. That's a little better.
Not bad.
Can't wait for this new video. It's been since 2017 until he made his first ever video on Paper Airplane. We are approaching our 10-year anniversary. And that has been...
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. I don't know how it's been in the back of my brain, like what to do for that. We're thinking about something. We're thinking about some ideas.
So what's funny is it's technically okay. So
not a face
guy,
reveal.
The editor, yeah, he's been in many of our episodes as like an extra role. You might have seen him getting drowned, sucked into a sponge. Other specific.
I'm basically Mickey 17.
Yes.
And I also have a cameo in this episode as well. Are we planning on to keep going after episode 100? I think we will keep going forever. It's just about the rate at which we'll keep going. We don't know what the future holds, but we would like to keep doing this as long as possible.
Even when we're like 80 years old, you know.
Yeah, then we'll be making content for senior citizens where Mr. Butter's like an old geriatric and the episode's about like picking up his medication. Or like his rivalry with a geriatric puppet of some sort. Who
I think it'll just be more like Curb Your Enthusiasm meets Mr. Bean or something.
Have you ever made a hydrogen balloon? Yes. Actually, my dad showed me how to make a hydrogen balloon when I was young. And the ingredients are top secret. But you fill up a balloon and it floats because hydrogen is like lighter than helium. And then you light it with a match and it blows up. It's really awesome. Okay, this is kind of working. I might come back and revisit this like impact sound because it sounds a little too... I don't know, light.
Yes, the secret ingredients of a hydrogen balloon.
It's actually, I shouldn't say because it's actually like dangerous ingredients.
I mean, you saw what happened to the Hindenburg.
That's right. And that could happen to you too if you build a gigantic blimp with helium, with hydrogen. What software am I using? I'm using Premiere Pro. I really don't necessarily like the sound.
I don't know. I think it's kind of good.
Yeah, well, that's why you're not the sound effects guy. Axe chop. Maybe if I layer this in, I need something a little heavier sounding, something that sounds painful. Just a little bit of punch up here. Make this a bit quieter. -6 maybe. Okay, that's kind of working. I'll leave it there. Let's go ahead and just sort of lay in the rest of these.
No, it's a different field from the golf video.
Yeah, the golf video is actually at a golf course. This is a park. This channel would be technically family friendly. Of course it's family friendly. Just ignore the tic-tac-toe episode.
I never understood the family friendly phrase because what if it's a family of 40-year-olds, you know, like what does that mean?
I think it refers to the general demographic of a family. Okay. These boomerang sounds are coming in too quickly, you like hear it and you're like, what am I hearing? And then it reveals. So I'm gonna bring in the fade in a bit more, so they can
I also think they need to be a little higher pitch.
higher pitch. I might agree with you, but if I pitch them up, they're gonna go faster. And right now,
Can't you pitch bend without changing the frequency or the speed or whatever?
I tend to avoid that because it starts to like make the audio sound tinny and weird and like distorted. I can do it a little bit, but like it's kind of
okay.
I could try, but it's not gonna sound good, is my guess. If I just isolate this one, so I can hear that. If I edit the pitch up, like what is this? The top one I think is the major.
Galena, it's a Boston Dynamics robot with a skin suit on.
I'll increase it by 2. Okay, with certain sounds it doesn't work. Some sounds can work. I think this one's actually not bad. Well, it's not changing the pitch much. Let's try and increase it more. Let's go to 5. It's still... I don't think pitching it up is actually working that well.
I also think, maybe you're going to do this, but it should be significantly more quiet.
Yeah.
Like, you should almost not hear it
I agree
at
with
all.
That. Let's decrease the volume on these by a lot. Let's go 6, minus 6 on all of them.
Yeah, Cody Quinn. So that house, we loved that house, the one with the backyard and the kitchen. It was like quirky, but the landlord basically sold the property to someone and they had to kick everyone out. So we had no choice.
Yeah. And then we didn't find like a really great property after that. So we had to build him a cardboard house inside of our house. And then a year later we found a good house. And so we made the apocalypse episode, and then that's been our house since 2019, late 2019. Okay, this is a lot better. Okay, now I can like feel it. I hear it. I'm gonna turn one of them up a little bit more, minus 4. I think that's good for now. Okay, this is good. This is working for me. I think they're still a little loud. Let's go minus 3. Since we are close to them, they would be a little bit louder. This one is a little too loud. Let's go 2 on that one. We'll move on. Did I just change the volume of this? What is this? Oh, that's fine. That's the score. Talking about hydrogen balloons, you should make a video where you run out of helium, then you'd use hydrogen to fill a balloon, then accidentally release it, and it hits an airplane, and the airplane explodes. That's like a singular gag in an episode, but we'd have to write like an overarching concept for that. And even then, that's like kind of
Yeah, it's there's definitely room for another balloon-based episode. We'll say that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be yet.
Okay, this is good. We're gonna turn the volume down on all of these. What did I do? I did like 6.
So
4,
Cody Quinn,
6.
it does have a backyard, but it's not really that appealing. We've used it for like as an area to film in, but very rarely. And then to twist and turning this, we're definitely going to consider making more live streams.
Okay, this is good. Let me go check something here. One second, everybody. Just gonna go check something. Okay, all right. Cool, cool. Back to it. All right, this is good. I'm gonna add, I think, this one in here. We're gonna make this one a little louder and also have this one kind of come and fade in and out. That's nice. This is kind of working for me. I think it's subtle. It's nice. Let's copy the boomerang sounds from this other take and bring them over here and line them up. Sound effects takes, it depends on the episode, but it can take anywhere from like a day to a week. I'm gonna go turn the AC on because it's getting kind of hot in this room, so be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, where was I? Okay, so just kind of finishing up this beginning with all these boomerangs floating around, and then we can get into the meat and potatoes.
Wait, what noise are we talking about? What noise at the end do you guys mean? That's disgusting.
Is there a noise at the end of that be right back scene or something? Oh no, there's something wrong with the be right back scene sound.
Oh no.
Oh no. A loud talk? Oh my god, I'm sorry. All right, well, we'll not use that again. Or I'll just mute it next time. I don't know why it's doing that. Like I said, this is our first stream, so there's going to be some bugs, but thanks for calling it out. We'll fix it next time. All right, this one's tricky because these boomerangs kind of come together. And I need you to be able to hear that, so let's try and make
I don't. Okay, sorry, this is my personal opinion. I don't think you would hear them coming together.
You might be misunderstanding what I mean by coming together.
Okay.
It's the sound of like the sound of them like whooshing in and then sort of slowing that whoosh down and then whooshing out. That's it.
Got it. Okay, I was gonna say no like impact.
No, that's not what I meant.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Whoa. Slow down there, Jay
Yeah,
Sparks.
slow down there, buddy. You got a lot of invisible messages. Okay, let's increase the volume of this quite a bit. We'll have this happen twice, basically. We'll offset the audio a bit. And then they sort of go away. Let's see here. Maybe I can make this a little longer. Let's try this. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, that's kind of working for me. And then basically, I think -6, -4, -6. These are still too loud. -7 maybe, -5, -7. I think it's because we have 4 sounds this time. Oh, actually, it's because... Yeah, this one isn't even, like, present hardly. For everyone joining us, we are doing sound effects for the latest episode called Learning to Boomerang. I am not Mr. Butter. This is not a face reveal. I am one half of the channel. I'm the editor, animator, sound effects guy, puppeteer, random extra, writer, director, co-director. And today's stream is just going to be a sound effects stream. So this video is nearly complete. We have a bunch of preliminary visual effects already added. So what you're seeing with these shots is unrendered. The background is temporary. The boomerangs aren't rendered. These are just preliminary versions of them. And the other 50% of the channel is currently working on the visual effects for this.
So one of our main reasons we don't do like a blatant face reveal is because we love the kind of ambiguity and mystery of Mr. Butter. He's just this unknown entity. Like obviously down the road, if we work on like feature films or something, you know, if you're following the progress of us, you'll figure out what we look like. But like in terms of like, here's what Mr. Butter looks like, we're not going to sit there and just display it to everyone like that.
So this needs to fade out quickly. This is a very aggressive swoop. Let's make this one louder. Let's go 8. Not bad. I can go a little later on this. It's kind of working. It's too loud, I think, still. -6. Actually, 6, just in general. Editor, close your face cam, bro. They keep thinking you're butter. Well, they can think that if they want, but they're wrong. I should have some text on screen just saying, not Mr. Butter. That could be a new shirt. You said not Mr. Butter.
Out of context, it'd be so confusing.
Interesting. Let's get rid of that one for now. I think we only need one of these sounds playing when they come together, and that's it, not when they leave. So I'm gonna move this one a little left here and increase the fade in. Too far left. This is a tricky one to time. Let's see. Needs to fade out basically where it's fading out. I'm also going to increase the speed of this one. We'll say 110. It needs to be a different pitch, otherwise it sounds the same, like a duplicate sound.
You know, there is a way you could get to a really good sound design here. Do you want me to tell you? It's not that much work. Yeah, it's not that much work.
What?
You ready?
You want me to actually
all right,
take a boomerang and record it?
No. I was going to say, take all the 3D assets, assign them a sound effect, and then in 3D, record the 3D spatial sound of each one whooshing in and out. And the Doppler effects will come in exactly how you want them to sound. And you don't have to do anything else. There you go.
That's fascinating. You'd have to use Unreal Engine for that, right? You want them?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I think that's overkill, but that's a really good idea.
that's how, if this is a feature film, that's what
yeah. That's a fun idea. Because this is gonna work, and like everyone's gonna be able to like. But I like that. Ooh, this is working. I like this. Okay, I'm just gonna futz with the timing a bit.
I mean, it's more about style, right? The glasses are cool, man. They're cool.
Yeah, super cool. Have you guys seen the wiki for BSD? Yes. When we discovered that fans had been updating our wiki and including like every bit of lore, descriptors about every object, it was quite charming to read. The fact that people went to such lengths to record the channel in such detail. I love how it's like constantly updated. I don't know who's out there doing that, but like, thank you. Huh. Okay, cool. We're moving through it. This next section, I just need these to be a lot quieter. -7. This one can be -8. This one will be -6. 6, 7, 8.
Huh. Oh. No, you said the words.
I've summoned the Gen Z. Let's see, I'll add this guy in there. Let's take him and make him 115 in length, and then we will Let's see, make him a lot quieter, -4. I just want to feel this one. I don't want it to stick out. I just want it to feel like there's variation. Like one of them got near us.
Yeah, Galena, you're correct. It's kind of like that. It's the frequency changes, which is why fire or ambulances sound like wee woo wee woo.
Night Roblox. Hey editor, what happened to the ice cream you ate? I hate to tell you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Use your imagination.
Huh. Oh. Oh.
Okay, this is working for me. Let's increase the volume of this one.
Oh.
Okay, cool. All right, we're like 25 seconds through. Wow, and it's been how long? 1 hour and 12 minutes for 25 seconds. Let's go. Okay, this section is interesting. It doesn't really have any special considerations for the boomerang sounds. It's just kind of like background boomerang sounds. So let's just duplicate this. We'll offset it slightly. And then we will shorten it, bring it over here, lay it in, and then hopefully it's quiet enough already. Let's make sure it's long enough here. When it switches views here, I think it should maybe get quieter too. Like we're not thinking about those background boomerangs at this moment. We'll go -8, -6. Still too loud. Let's go -8, -6 on this one, and then we'll go even quieter. -10 on these. -10. Ice Cream lived a nice happy life. He escaped like chest burster and got a college diploma. I think Ice Cream lived a great life, honestly. We should all be proud of Ice Cream. Okay, I think this needs a separate sound. Let me look for my boomerang sounds and then see if I have like a similar whoosh, but like different. This almost needs to be like its own sound and not duplicated from the other ones. So let's do that. I think this is what we used. This is what we used for the majority of them. Actually, this is great. We'll use this one because it kind of builds. Yeah, this is nice. Okay. We're gonna have this one be the ones that get destroyed. I've run out of room. Let's move these down. Move this up. Let's put this over here. I can start this a lot sooner, actually. Start it back here. That's fine. Let's fade it in. And we'll do -4. Let's see how that sounds.
Finding Bigfoot. That's actually interesting.
Finding
That's
Bigfoot?
actually interesting. Or like a Bigfoot, more Bigfoot centric. Because I know we did that one episode where we included Bigfoot as like a singular moment.
Can
What a
anyone
full story around that could be hilarious.
Can anyone tell me which episode Bigfoot/Sasquatch appeared in? There's actually 2 episodes that he appeared in.
Let's go. We got a real fan up in here.
Who?
Wind twisting and turning.
Oh, okay. I think the XP counter, that little crown he has, I think that's in relation to how many comments he's made. maybe on this stream, or how long he's been a viewer on the stream. The teleportation watch episode? Was there a teleportation watch episode?
I think they might be confusing Abominable Snowman or the Yeti for Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that kind of counts. He's like a white Yeti.
Yeah, the pie one.
Yep. The 3,000-mile delivery, or I think that's what it's called now. Back to it. All right, so if you're just joining the stream, this is a work stream. We're finishing an episode called Learning to Boomerang. And right now, the whole episode is edited. We have previs visual effects in there, so they're unrendered, they're unfinalized. So you can see like this, where he throws here is actually not a real boomerang. So that's why it's on top of his hand like that. So this is, all these visual effects are currently work in progress, but because they're all in here, right now we're doing sound effects. So that's what my job is today. There's a chain and a ball on my foot that you can't see, and I'm here until I finish the sound effects.
In what order?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I just thought it was a weird question to ask in response to the chain and the ball. Like, it's just a weird question.
Hey, editor, what happened to the man's pet rock? This is an imposter pet rock. The pet rock's still at the house. He's just chilling. Taking it easy, you know? Your introduction to the channel was a candy corn video. Ugly Bunny. Yeah, the candy corn episode is actually one of my favorite episodes. I love the joke where he goes back in time to take his own candy corn from himself, and then when he goes back forwards in time, he goes too far to a reality where he himself died going crazy trying to get candy corn, and it startled him so much that he dumped candy corn all over his future corpse, and then went back in time and ended up with no candy corn. I think it's my favorite, like one of my favorite jokes of all time. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna move this one sound effect to start earlier. Let's see how this sounds. I'm gonna isolate this one. Whoa, what did I just change? Okay, we're good. I'm gonna isolate this one.
Staff of Evil was in our latest episode, the Lab Rat episode, which is very, very brief cameo.
Yeah. Good old Staff of Evil. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is working. I think that this sound could be a little louder as it increases. We almost want to increase the feeling of Boomerang. It's a documented feeling. Well documented. I'm gonna increase the volume on this. Let's go up to 0 for time. LOL, it broke. I mean the boomerang. What was the hardest video to edit ever? I think in general, any video where we build something is pretty difficult to edit. Like, even this episode has a build. So it's usually like we record, you know, Mr. Butter building the whole thing by himself. And that can take us like 2 hours or more. And so we're recording 2 hours of footage of him building. And like once you get that in there, you have 2 hours to cut down, and you're like, well, what parts do I pick? Like, what parts should I keep? And there's no getting around how long it takes to do that. Like, you have to kind of like edit it down until it's like way too long, and then you have to like take out little bits that are like less interesting, and just keep taking out bits that are less interesting until you end up with only the interesting bits. It's not something you can just like determine ahead of time. You can't just be like, oh, I know that him like, you know, turning this one bolt is going to be interesting, or that one section is going to be interesting. You don't really know. You just kind of have to whittle it down. It's almost like sculpting a marble statue. You just kind of take chunks out of it until it's eventually like good looking. Like, anything with a build is kind of hard, but I would say in terms of like size of edit and like overall challenge, the nuclear potato one is like the most difficult. It was just so long. It's just such a long endeavor. I lost so much sleep over that episode. I think we both did. What about the firework in the firework episode? Was that difficult? No. I mean, that was a build, but that was like a very simple build. It was like a tube with fins, and then you just put stuff in the tube. It's pretty easy. You think the wind twisting, you think the alien planet is one of your favorite episodes because the idea that your fiction becomes reality? I agree. I think that's one of my favorite like concepts that we've done, that he changes the spaceman's reality with his comics, his comic drawings, and then the twist at the end when it's not just fiction. It's like the spaceman shows up and he's like, I've had enough of your drawings. I've had enough of your comics. And just like confiscates all of his crayons and like comics.
We've been trying to like, whenever we sit down to write a new episode, we often go, can we do another in that same format? And we'll probably eventually come up with a really cool idea that has a similar vibe, but it's kind of difficult to capture that same effect without feeling redundant.
You didn't watch the Alien Planet one when you were young because it wasn't clickbaity enough? Why do you want that to be a thing? I don't even know what to say to that.
I think he just was scared of the aliens.
Yeah. That's got to be it. Someone asked, Juggy Titan asked, have you watched the Backrooms movie? We have.
We have indeed.
I'm very proud of Kane Pearsons for taking something from YouTube and getting it on the big screen. Is it my favorite movie? No. Was it a success? Yes.
I think the film was really atmospheric and very visually interesting, but I just felt like there was hardly much of a story to comment on. It was mostly an atmospheric kind of ambient thing, which is kind of what the Backrooms YouTube channel was, you know, a very ambient like exploration of the liminal spaces.
Yeah. I think what really made his content successful was like the found footage stuff. I wish there was more of that.
Yeah, I think it just I feel like it could have been a 90-minute found footage film and it would have been more entertaining in that sense.
Have you watched 2001: A Space Odyssey? A long time ago, and I still feel like I'm tripping. All right, the sound of it hitting the wood is growing on me. I think it's working. Okay. We need the sound of these boomerangs to come in a little sooner. Let's.
2001: A Space Odyssey is one of those films that if you're a sci-fi kind of space film type person, you really enjoy them, you definitely have to watch it once just to understand where literally every film has come from in that genre, because like Stanley Kubrick set the bar so high for that type of film. -7. All right, I'm almost done with this opening. If
in a minute here, I'm gonna show you guys what I have so far. It still says we have 143 viewers. It said that for like the last hour. I wonder if it updates here or not, or if that's just consistent. Let me see if I can look at like live views. If I click this, I'm just looking at the statistics for this video, this live stream real quick.
When twisting and turning, so this is a controversial opinion, but I personally thought Interstellar was an entertaining movie, but the story and the decisions that the actual characters make kind of angered me a little bit. They didn't make, like, I guess I didn't believe the decisions the characters made as scientists, like which planet they chose to go to first, and then the kind of like love is the answer to somehow all of the mysteries of the universe felt a little bit of a letdown of an ending, because I was hoping for more hard sci-fi. But the music and the cinematography and the acting, it's a beautiful film.
And some of the concepts.
It still moves me emotionally because of its ability to do that. But like the actual story, I was not too happy with.
Yeah. How much is it usually takes you to edit these videos? Elonix. How long does it take? I mean, this video is supposed to be done in like 3 weeks or a month, and here we are on like month 2. It's just kind of how it goes. Our videos have gotten more ambitious over the years, and even when we try to like rein ourselves in a bit and be like, okay, let's make this a little bit simpler, we can't help but kind of go crazy with some stuff, and ultimately it just takes time to produce these kind of things. For instance, like at the end of this episode, like there's a shot that we've just been working on for like a month and a half. Screenshot. Here's 2 seconds from it. Okay, so we'll get there. But first, let's finish the sound effects for these boomerangs, this flock of boomerangs. I think we're almost done. Let me go ahead and play what I have. You guys can tell me what you think.
Oh. Oh.
I think it's working pretty well.
I have one thought.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't feel like each time we cut to a different shot, it doesn't feel like we're cutting to a different shot. Like the audio feels like it's one continuous,
Very samey. Yeah.
seamless sound. Whereas if there's a way for you to like make it sound just different enough upon each shot, so it feels like we're cutting to different things.
Yeah, that's tricky. I almost need like a completely different sound effect, but I already looked for some, and that was difficult. And there wasn't that many.
It could just be the volume changing between, and maybe like the frequency or pitch just being subtle or something. I don't know. That's just a feeling.
I already changed the speed and pitch of them, but I need to do more of that. Because I agree with your note, and so I'm gonna figure that out. I have some extra sounds here that I might be able to throw in just to get it to feel different. Let's see. Wind twisting. You agree, but I just love when movies take physics concepts and make it feel more sci-fi. And I actually felt the same thing about the decisions they made, but I care about the world building more. It definitely had great world building. Like Interstellar had great world building. I was really fascinated by like the post Dust Bowl style Earth, but it was also crazy. The fact that like no one believed in the moon landing was almost hard to believe, and like science books were like scoffed at. I'm like,
It's interesting.
Really?
The movie, as despite my gripes with the script and the characters, like, you know, it's still a good film when I can rewatch sequences from it, like the wormhole, the like docking sequence, a lot, and just still be like compelled by it. So it's like it's a lot of amazing set pieces, I would say. It's a script with a lot of amazing set pieces, and then kind of weakened by poor, I guess, character decisions. But again, not everyone has to have all of that to enjoy a movie.
All right, I'm gonna spend another minute here laying in some of these other sound effects. See if I can make it sound more different when we cut to the boomerang close-ups. But if that proves a bit difficult, I'm gonna move on and come back. This is something I might come back on. Let's see here. That's an interesting sound. I like kind of how there's a Doppler effect on it. It sounds like it's coming towards us and away from us. I'm gonna try this one. This one might be able to. Let's add this one.
That wormhole, or sorry, that black hole visualization was something that just still has me like marveling.
Yeah. -8. That's interesting. I mean, this kind of works. Let me speed this up a bit. Let's go 115. Okay, this is gonna work. I'm gonna take a few of these. I'm gonna use these other sounds that we have in there already as background sounds, and we're gonna duplicate this one and pitch shift it and change it a bunch so that it sounds like these are the foreground boomerangs. Let's do 85. That might be too low. Let's try it. What does it sound like? We already have something here that's gonna be pretty loud, so I'm gonna, let's see, maybe actually I should change it. Yeah, because this has like this like papery, sort of like crinkly sound, like a feather almost. It's like a kind of pervasive. I kind of want to get rid of that. Maybe if I low pass it.
Actually, Night Roblox, fun fact, in the say Alien Planet episode with those like spidery creatures that are like surrounding Mr. Butter, the like sounds, I actually made those sounds with my own voice. We went out into a field and just I went crazy.
Yeah, we end up doing the sounds for all the creatures. You also did the sound for the ice cream. That's interesting. So this high pass kind of got rid of that like crinkly sound in the audio. Is that good? Okay, so that's how that sounds. Let's see if I use this other one as instead. Maybe this would sound better. This is at what, 2? We'll make this one 0. This might be too loud. -2. Mute this one. It's too slow. Let's go 125. Interesting. It fades in correctly, but then it fades out too slowly almost. So let's shorten it. Can't shorten it. Let's just do this. Kind of wish it didn't cut out so quickly. Let's see how it sounds. That's actually better. I'm gonna keep that one, remove this one. And then this is gonna sound samey, so let's actually keep this one and use it for the first part here. I actually like how that was. I'm gonna get rid of this, but I'm gonna ignore translation. I just click ignore transcript. Let's go down to 105. Let's reduce the volume a lot more, -10. want to refresh chat here. Let's see, what does that do? Yeah, I think the viewer counter is broken because I think we're at about 100 viewers right now, which is fine. Hey, welcome everybody. This is a live editing stream where we're finishing learning into Boomerang. It's our next episode. Hopefully we'll release this weekend if all goes well. I'm currently doing sound effects for boomerangs. Over the last hour and a half, we've laid in all of these sounds here for these boomerangs. And we're just kind of like adjusting them. I think there's too much of that crinkly sound. I'm gonna take a low pass and try and get rid of some of it. Let's do 10,000. Let's copy this here as well. I think that's working pretty well. I'm gonna keep using this low pass to get rid of that crinkly sound. Right, apply it here, apply it there. These aren't quite loud enough. Let's move these other sounds into this next section. That's working well, but it doesn't end quickly enough. Let's see. Okay, we also needed to go from right to left in our ears. So we'll key the pan from the right side to the left side. So now when we listen to this, you can actually hear it like crossing your view. And this one as well needs the same treatment. Turn the pan on, start it at the right of your ear. As this boomerang passes from the right side of the screen to the left side, it doesn't completely go to the left side of our ear, so we'll go minus 60, we'll say. That's not quite starting from all the way on the right, so let's not do 100. We'll start at 60 and go minus 60 at the end. Yeah, that feels good. And then we just need one more for this boomerang that kind of passes close by. Like this one right here passes pretty closely. We need a sound for that one. So I think this is going to be the trick to making it sound different from the distance shots. Is it's going to sound like each boomerang kind of has its own sound effect. What if the boomerangs come together to form a mech? I like your sense of creativity. This episode's already done though, and we're not going to add another scene. Okay, this is good. We're going to, let's see, make this one 105 in speed, so it sounds a bit different from the other ones. It's still, I think I can't go that low. I think I have to keep it at like 110 at least. And then the panner's fine. Let's keep the panner on it. Let's make it quieter because it's a bit further away. We'll do -4. Yeah, that's working well. Okay, we still have this issue with the crinkly sound. I kind of want to reuse this sound in place of the other one that I have. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah, it's working well. We're gonna remove that sound and replace them with these. A little bit annoying, but we can do it. Why is the sky gray? This is a previs render. That means it's pre-visualization. It's just the animation. It's not the actual like render. So what you're seeing here is the background of the 3D application. and this tree is really rough and crude geometry that's telling me where where the environment is. So when I animated this in my 3D program Maya, this is what I saw. And so currently we're working on the visual effects for this to make it look realistic. But in the meantime, we're doing sound effects. Okay, this sounds good. We're not gonna have it pan out at the end, actually. We're gonna have it go back to 0 because they kind of enter the center of frame. So what the panner is it tells you in which ear you're hearing the sound effect. I just need to delete this keyframe. We have 2 keyframes there. So now it kind of sounds like it's entering from the right side of the screen and stopping in the middle. But it needs to be adjusted a little bit. Let's see here. I'll make this shorter, I think. That's not bad. Let's go even shorter. Unmute that track. Okay, its length isn't a problem, it's actually how much it fades out. Okay, that works. We're gonna delete this old one. We're gonna copy and paste this. We're gonna change its speed to maybe like 115. And then increase the volume on this one. It's gotta be like -4. It enters the center of frame, so we're gonna go ahead and make the panner 0 by the end of that sound. Delete this sound because I hate it now. It's a bad sound. What is going on, guys? Just thank you for joining the stream during this sound effects live edit. It's good to see a bunch of fans here. Everybody's super positive, so really appreciate that, given that this is our first stream. If you want to see more live streams like this, we could do more of them where we're working on other things, not just the edit. Just let us know if that sounds cool. That's working, that's working. I'm gonna fade this out sooner.
Huh. Oh.
I like this, but I need to add that low pass again on this thing. We'll do 10,000. And actually I need to increase the volume a bit, I think. Let's go -2 all the way to 2. And we'll have it start a little sooner, I think. Means we have to offset these keyframes slightly. Okay, that's good. I need like a quick whoosh sound for when it falls out of the sky. It's like flipping. Interesting, not quite. That could work. Let's use this. Where was that? Here we go. So it gets hit, it gets knocked out of the sky by a rock, and then we're gonna have this like flippy whooshy sound for it tumbling out of the air. And maybe until it hits the ground. Up until this point here. Yeah, that kind of works. Let's just make it a little quieter. -4. And we're gonna go a little slower on it because it's not flipping that fast. The sound sounds like it's flipping faster than it actually is. So we'll go 85 on the speed. Cut it there. Fade in, fade out. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna go a little quieter, -6. I think that's good. Okay, I think
Oh. Huh.
Do I have the low pass? No, I don't. Let's add the low pass to these sections here. And maybe we'll add, what is this? Yeah, okay, we'll add it to this one. We'll do 11,000. Keep a little bit of that crinkly sound. What a low pass is it lets the low frequencies through and cuts out the high passes. The high frequencies. Of which in this sound effect there are some unpleasant high frequencies. 11,000. Is there a way to mute those spammers? It's a good question. I've not done a live stream on YouTube before, so I don't actually know. And currently I'm like signed out of the chat in Streamlabs, so I can't interact with it. Something that maybe Mr. Butter could do. I think you're just gonna have to ignore the spammers for now. Slow modus. Can I do that? Let's see. Oh, I can put this user in a timeout. Why are they spamming the alphabet, bro? All right, you're in a 24-hour timeout. Sorry, Mustafa Cat, but you were spamming the alphabet, and we all know that that is not allowed. For anyone who thinks that this is a face reveal, this is less of a face reveal for me than some of our episodes. I am frequently an extra in the videos, and you may have spotted me in several videos. I am not Mr. Butter. All right, we're gonna move on from this beginning bit, and we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes where he starts throwing the boomerang. Yes, I was on the bike in the water balloon video. Rayon. That is correct. I also had another role in the water balloon episode. I had 2 roles. All right, here we go.
Oh.
Okay, solid throw. Let's get in there. Now I can hear something in the background here when he throws it. Do you hear that? So it's the sound of him dropping the boomerang. So he didn't actually throw this boomerang. We knew we were gonna swap it out for a CG boomerang when he throws it, because when you actually throw a boomerang, it actually returns. And the whole joke here is that it does not return. So we couldn't make a boomerang not return, like physically not return. So we had to fake it. So you can hear the actual boomerang drop on the ground. So I'm gonna remove that sound. right there. It's like right here. Delete. And I'll have to fill that gap in a little bit later, but let's add a throw sound. Let's see, what do I have that could be a throw sound? This is interesting. I'm gonna start with this one. Let's see if this can work. Start here. And we just have to have it fade out very quickly. Not quite. Fade out less. Maybe it's too. Let's start it later because it kind of grows in volume, which is a little weird. It would start the loudest and fade off from there. Not bad. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Let's see if I can make it sound better. Let's go 90. Hey editor, are you gonna add a scene where the boomerang hits the guy in the head? Because that would be cool. What's the matter with you, man? You wanna hit people in the head with boomerangs? Is that your idea of funny? What? Okay, it's kind of funny. In the golf episode, he hits a guy in the head. We don't actually have that happening here. For a sneak peek at what he does do. All right, you guys ready for a face reveal? Bam. It's Mr. Butter. Yeah, he looks exactly like you would expect him to look. Like a Chad. Just a stoic expression. Just stone-faced killer.
All right, what did I miss? I'm back.
I gave the audience a face reveal. I have finished the opening bit, and I'm gonna move on to throwing boomerangs. I'm playing around with this sound right here, but I'm not convinced I like it as a throw boomerang sound. It's kind of bad. I'm gonna look for a different one. Let's see. I need a crazy. What did I use? Whip? Maybe it's in here. Oh, here we go. That's not bad. I'm gonna take this one. Interesting. That's not bad either. Let's try to use this. Oh, that is the score. Okay, I'm gonna time you out, country balls. If you keep saying Mr. Meat, I'm gonna time you out. This is your one warning.
Say Mr. Meat one more time.
Okay, it's not just what he's saying. It's not just Mr. Meat he's saying. It's everything. Yeah, for those just joining, this is our first live stream. It's just a work stream. We're finishing our learning to boomerang video. which we hope to release this weekend. We'll see how it goes. The whole video is edited. We're not adding any extra scenes. All the visual effects are a work in progress. We have rudimentary animations in there. So you can see there's like some unrendered boomerangs. But today, for this work stream, I'm doing sound effects. And if you enjoy seeing Butterside Down edit or work on the episode, let us know. We could do more of these. We also have a new set of membership rewards if you guys want to support the channel, which we'd super appreciate. And we have a Discord that you can get access to as well. So
maybe you should give them a sneak peek on the sound or the score.
Why not? All right, we're gonna play this. So this opening bit right here, I'm gonna play this bit right here before I go in and complete sound effects on it. So this is what this sounds like. Let me turn these sound effects off down here because these are gonna be a little weird if I play them. That is not currently playing the sound. That's because I soloed it. There we go.
Oh. 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 Oh.
It's a little bit quiet. I'm gonna turn it up.
What the? Oh.
So we have a fantastic composer. His name's Harry Nicholson. Does great work. And he put this score together for us in a couple weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and mute the score, though, because we're doing sound effects today, and that's just going to get in the way. And I'm going to see if I can get this boomerang throw sound to sound better. Okay, interesting. Let's fade it out over time. Let's change the volume -6. That's not bad. I'm going to slow it down. It sounds a little bit fake. Let's go 90. Let's go even slower. Let's go 80. It's too slow. Maybe we'll go 85. I don't love it. Let's see. What about this one? That's too extreme. Let's look back and forth between this other one. Yeah, this other one's not interesting either. I'm going to delete that one. We'll keep this and see if I can make it work. Problem is it gets louder. Like it should just go directly from loud to quiet. It's not working for me. I think I might need to find a different sound. Check out chat real quick. Is the results scene maybe turn the brightness up because it's kind of dark? The results screen? The boomerang sounds like it's going flippity-dippledy-dipple. I concur. Can't have it doing that. When will you upload again to the buttered side? I really liked those videos. We have been rethinking our behind the scenes content strategy. And actually what we're going to be doing is making some more in-depth behind the scenes videos for some of our biggest episodes that are less of a vlog style and more of like a scripted video style where we actually like work a little harder on creating the visuals and the visualizations of the visual effects and how we made them and breaking them down in a bit more of a structured way. And those are going to be available for members on the Buttered Side Down channel. So the Buttered Side is possibly going to be reserved for us as creators to like have opinions. Maybe we'll do like movie reviews or something. but or maybe like throw a weird sort of episode of Butterside Down that never made it to the big channel. We'll see. Currently, we're still rethinking our strategy for that channel. How long does it take you to record and edit one of these videos? Too long. We would love to make these as fast as we used to make them, but they've grown in size and length and scope, and YouTube pays more if you have a longer video. So we're trying to like find the right balance between a longer video and like a short, sweet, like well-paced, entertaining video. So currently it takes us like two months, in the middle of 2 months to make each one, and we have to work pretty hard on them. So I'm sorry if you guys want more frequent videos. We are kind of kneecapped into doing ambitious stuff. What did I just click? All right, here we go. So this sound effect I'm not loving. I'm gonna go look for a better one. So we need like a whoosh throw, maybe. So I already have this one. Can I use this? I'm gonna try using this one actually, because I have it here. It's actually it's not this one. Where is it? Where is it? Here, maybe here. Yeah, this one. I'm gonna try making this one work because it has a good like strong whoosh for the throw. Whoa! I just deleted the whole episode. Almost had a Toy Story 2 moment. Let's save. Let's version up. Let me go back to Premiere so you guys can see. Okay. So we're going to delete that one. It's not working for me. Let's try using this one. So this one has a stronger throw initially. Let's put that right here. That's working. Let's decrease the time until we start hearing it actually like whoosh. Okay, that can work. I think I'm gonna use this for everything. Let's fade it out. To fade it out so fast. I almost want to lower the volume of it immediately, although that's kind of dangerous. Let's see. What the heck did I just click? Why am I at the end of the episode? Epidemic sounds, yay! What is your favorite video that you made? I have several. Surviving Alien Planet's one of my favorites. Making candy corn's one of my favorites. It didn't get a ton of views, but the Christmas tree episode is one of my favorites. I really liked Speed Challenge, actually. I thought that was really funny. And even the giant vacuum one I liked a lot. I think the gag that he is vacuuming a city carpet, and we're seeing what carpet Mr. Butter is experiencing, is like a really fun concept. Thanks for the kind words, The Glitch. You as well, Mary. There are two of us. I am the editor, sound effects guy, random extra, co-director. What else do I do? Animator. This episode is not going to be as quick to do sound effects on as I thought it was going to be, because the amount of whooshes that I have to do and making them sound unique and varied throughout the whole episode is kind of a huge undertaking. So we're not going to complete this today, but we're going to try and make some progress. This sounds decent, but it starts to increase in volume, which makes no sense because it's getting further away from us. So I'm going to try and get rid of that increase. That's better. This is our first live stream. We actually like wanted to live stream for a long time, but we weren't sure how to do it. One of our ideas was to like have Mr. Butter actually live stream and like just sit there and like draw, like do crown drawings for like 2 hours. And then like he'd have a printer, and anytime someone like gave him a super chat, it would like print out a request for a drawing and he would draw it. But that never actually manifested, and I don't actually think that would have been very successful. This is working. I like this. I like the sound. Okay, let's polish it up. Why can't I blend these? What the heck? Is there already? Oh, there we go. That sounds good. I just need to make it fade out faster because it's leaving much faster. Not bad, not bad. Even faster. That's good. Okay, that sounds pretty good. I'm going to leave it there and move on. Let's actually copy the sound. A lot of the work of doing sound effects comes in the beginning, where you kind of have to like find the sounds, create the sound, and then usually there's like areas where you can duplicate it. So for instance, the first throw, I can just copy, go to the part where he throws it again and paste it and just change it slightly. Like bam. So then he throws it where? He throws it right here. Oops. Let's go one more frame over. It's fine. And then we just need to change its pitch slightly so it sounds slightly different. Because actually he would be throwing it harder, so we're going to change the pitch up. Because he's a bit more aggravated this time he throws it. Yeah, that sounds good. I like it. Can't you do random slight pitch differences with the same sound for every throw sound? I'm a game dev. We use single walk sound and vary it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Premiere doesn't have like very good pitch shifting tools, unfortunately. Like if you pitch shift anything significantly, it just destroys the sound quality, which is kind of unfortunate. But one way that you can pitch shift it is to change the speed as well. So you just change the speed. You go here and do speed duration. So that changes the pitch and the duration. And sometimes you can get away with just changing. If you would go here and you click, maintain audio pitch, you can change the speed while maintaining the audio pitch. And that sometimes works, but like, I don't know. I wish Premiere had better pitch shifting tools. It would be cool if you did a live stream where viewers told Mr. Butter what to do and he would do it. That's a lot harder than you think it is. Okay, so here comes the boomerang. Let's go back here and add in the boomerang. So here it is coming into view. Okay, so what you're seeing here, this is uncolor graded. It looks kind of flat. We're gonna color grade this in the end. But we have a ghost pair of hands here throwing a boomerang. It's a real boomerang. Then we have the animated boomerang coming in and landing on the ground and taking the place of that real boomerang. And this is going to be, right now, the color's wrong. It's going to be color matched. This is going to be rendered. It's going to have a shadow. And we're going to paint out the boomerang here. So it looks like it just comes in and lands. So I just need a sound effect for this. Maybe something where it lands on the grass as well. Some like grass, soft grass hit. How much money do you make monthly off of YouTube? Less than you think. Which is why we would super support if anybody would like to join the channel. We have a new set of member rewards and tiers. You can get access to our Discord, and we're going to have members behind the scenes videos available for members in the future. and you can get access to all these emojis and channel membership icons that like appreciate over time. So super appreciate it if anybody would like to support the channel beyond just being a viewer or a subscriber, but if you'd like to just watch for free, that's totally cool too. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this channel for so many years. I appreciate that. Decayed Tooth. We would love to take our content to Hollywood someday. I don't know if it would be like specifically Buttered Side Down, but something. Make a movie. That would be great. Okay, now we need that same sound to come in and land. Maybe I can use the same sound. Yeah, this is a good sound. This is like one of those sounds I'm just going to use over and over. So we're going to have this start here and fade in. And basically just stop here, I guess. With a... We'll stop it there. And because it's coming in from the right of screen, I need to pan it from the right side into center. Oops, wrong section. Let's pan it from the right side of screen to center. Right here, 0. So now it sounds like it comes in from the right and stops. Perfect. Now we just need like a grass impact. So I'll go over here to my list of sounds. These are sounds I've collected since 2017 when I started the channel. We have a ton of impact sounds. Let's see if we have anything grass related. It still surprises me that like after all these years, I still have to go make new folders for impact stuff. Like there's never been a grass impact sound in any episode ever. Maybe it's in here. Maybe we just haven't organized it. I have impact leather sofa. Wow. You probably could make a Hardcore Henry-esque comedy movie. Yeah. We watched Hardcore Henry. That was actually part of the inspiration for the channel. And they were doing things that were so difficult back then. Like, to stabilize their video must have been a nightmare. That's why it's so shaky. I don't know how audiences would receive like a full first-person video, theatrical movie these days. It almost seems a bit sickening. Like maybe our content works best in its small form, bite-sized style. But I don't know. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just not sure. On key. This is Premiere Pro. What's the best video we made? Horizon? Cheating death. Okay, I don't see any grass hit sounds, so I'm gonna go look for some, I think. Oh, we have soft. What's soft? Soft cloth impact? Yeah, obviously no. I'm gonna go look for some grass impact sounds. Grass impact. Wow, that's really intense. I need something soft. Nope. Nope. Wow. That's interesting. That's not terrible. this is close. That video we made of him trying to go to Hollywood and getting rejected, symbolic that he wouldn't work well for a movie. I don't think that's symbolic. It's just funny that it's ironically similar. Whoa. That's a cool sound. Nothing is sticking out as appropriate. I'm looking for a boomerang hitting grass sound. That's not bad. These are kind of soft. I like them. I could just increase the volume. I'm going to download this. Let's put this in impact and we'll make a grass folder. Grass. There's also that other one up here that I kind of liked. Where was that? It's slow. I'm gonna download this one too, because it's a little heavier. Let's see what else there is. What's up, Theo? I am reading chat, AZ. Do some of these videos actually take place in public settings, or are the random people walking around actors? Generally, it's just in a public place. It's called guerrilla filmmaking. Like, for instance, when he crashes his bike in the giant water balloon episode, or even that whole like bike ride scene, like we didn't like rent downtown. We had to like ride a bike through there. Oh, this is interesting. I like. Whoa. Whoa. What the heck? Where was I? Ah! What was that? Ooh. Here we were. Here we were. These are interesting. I think I've got what I need, so I'm gonna go back. Rayan, you mentioned crashing our bike. So like in the scene where he's riding his bike through downtown and crashes it into a car, that was fake. It was actually me riding the bike for that one. Rode the bike across the street. We inserted a car. So like it was a fake car. We had a car come out in front of us, and then we just spun the camera a bunch and then resumed at a cut point where he gets up off the ground and the wheel falls past him. So we tried to convincingly fake a bike crash. Cool. I like the sound a lot. Okay, let's try and get that grass sound in there so it hits the grass. Da-da-da. Okay, this is so quiet. Oh my gosh. Let's just use this part here. I think this is a good part. Do. Happens right at the end. Boom, right there. Let's make this a lot louder. Like 6. Not bad. It's a little weird. Maybe it needs to be more sharp. Okay, that's better. How long did it take you to build the cardboard house? Well, if you're talking about the little one that he sees from the outside, an afternoon. I mean, we built it so it was collapsible. It had a bunch of like Velcro parts to it, so you could like collapse it and fold it in on itself, and then open it and like construct the whole roof. Because we didn't leave it outside. Obviously, we had to take it with us and like set it up whenever we filmed. But if you're talking about the interior, that took a while. That took us like a week or two. We had to like build it with like 2x4s and nails and buy a ton of cardboard to like, you know, wallpaper the insides. And we built that in our house. We built that in our house after the original house. Oh, I think someone asked me what my favorite episode is. I think the giant egg video is like one of my favorite episodes. I think that's just like one of the best paced, edited, and has one of the best like payoff jokes at the end, and some of the coolest visual effects. I learned Houdini for that episode, which is basically a really complicated visual effects tool to do all the road destruction where the eggs are like rolling through the neighborhood. But we're probably going to do like a behind the scenes video breakdown of the giant egg episode, because we released the no VFX episode version of that one, but we're going to probably make like a more detailed breakdown of like how we did the road cracking and like the giant egg rolling, and how we removed the puppeteer of the chicken. But that's going to be available for members. So if anybody would like to become a member, we've just like redone our member offerings. You can get access to Discord, you can get emojis and stuff. We're going to have more content to offer members in the future. So yeah, that's available. And super appreciated if anybody would like to support the channel. This is good. I think this sound is a little too loud. The boomerang is like super loud. Let's make it -4. We'll make this section -5. I also have to be aware that the soundtrack here is... Yeah, that's working. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so it marches over, grabs it. All right, let's go play again. Okay, this is also too loud. Again, let's make it a little quieter. -3, -3. I can hear someone talking. Do you hear that? I have to remove the audio on this, which means that I need to add my own ambience, park ambience. Let's do that over here as well. We don't want to go too crazy on it. What do we use? What program do we use? We use Maya, Houdini, Premiere, the whole Adobe Creative Suite. But for 3D, it's Maya. We use PF Track for tracking. We started using Houdini for effects. We use Embergen for like fire. Glad you like the egg video, Katniss. Cat silly. Some people have asked this already, but how long does it take to make a video? Currently, like around 2 months, sometimes more. And we'd like to be sooner, like faster, but we are just 2 people, and we are working as hard as we can while creating bigger and more ambitious videos than we used to. And so it just takes longer because we aren't like, we want to just keep like one-upping ourselves and just like doing better. So we're frequently trying to like write bigger and like crazier episodes, and ultimately it just takes longer. But we have some plans on like getting some additional help. We already have a composer who makes music for us, and we're looking at maybe getting some like visual effects help at some point. Thank you, Juan Morales. The firework video is one of my favorites too, Crow. Are we hiring? I mean, we would take a look at like someone's reel. If anybody is like really good with visual effects, if you know Houdini, send an email to thebuttersidedown@gmail.com and we'll like take a look at your reel. But we're good as far as editing goes. We would also consider hiring a sound effects person if you're like really good with sound effects, because this whole process, I enjoy this whole process, but we could outsource this to someone who's like made this their life pursuit, is sound effects. Okay, so I was gonna add some ambient sounds to the environment here because we have this shot here that is currently silent. So I'm gonna go up here, look for my ambience folder. We're gonna go to, I guess, just look here, ambient city park. Okay, there's too many birds. Ambient park. This is nice, kind of like a little bit of wind. If you listen to the ambience in these other clips, there's some birds. Maybe I use the bird one. Autumn field in England evening. It just sounds cold. Yeah, Corridor made that reaction video to our egg video, Cat Silly. That was super cool. How many of you found us through Corridor? I'm looking for park ambience. Maybe with some birds. Let me try this one again. Would we be open to hiring a Blender specialist? I would say we'd be open to it, but we don't use Blender, so there would be some friction with the pipeline. Like we can transfer files via FBX, but I'm sure there's probably going to be some kind of like difficulty with materials or something. But it kind of depends. I suppose, like, you know, if we have a shot that needs a specific visual effect in it, and we just give that shot to someone, we say, hey, this is the visual effect we need. If you're good at visual effects, if you can do, you know, impressive work in Blender, go for it. And then we don't have to, like, you know, take the file back and forth between Blender and Maya. We can track every shot and hand someone a track. Where did we find the staff of Unspeakable Evil? We found him in, I think, an antique store. It was either that or a Mayan cave. Crow, you found us in 2018 or 2019 from the recommended page. YouTube doing its work, getting us those fans. A voice actor? Wind twisting? I don't think we need a voice actor. Well, no, we don't need a voice actor. We actually hired a voice actor to voice the ice cream baby, and that was a mistake. We hired someone who was like super like did like a really cute like baby voice. Like it didn't work out. It just wasn't appropriate for the ice cream. So we just had one of us made the sound for the ice cream baby. Did you guys go out in real life and record this? The boomerang throwing part? Yeah, we went out to this field and we recorded this.
Oh. Oh.
This is not fake.
Oh. Oh.
All right, so still looking for that park ambience. I want something that matches kind of like what it sounds like from these GoPro clips.
Oh.
It's very soft. It's like there's some birds. Maybe I'll try one of these again. The birds in this are too intense. I think I'm gonna use this mixed with like a bird sound. So I'll just like lay this in here. I'm gonna put it up here. And then let's look for birds. Park birds. Yeah, perfect. All right, so we'll just put both of these in there. Make sure they're quiet enough to match. Yeah, right now it's so loud. Oh my god. Minus 10. Minus 10. Still really loud. Minus 16. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, perfect. Now it sounds like we've actually got park ambient sounds. So I'm gonna copy and paste these. Nice, nice. Let's just duplicate that. Done. Moving on. Will you make a video about a gravity gun? You mean like from Half-Life? Maybe. Yeah, Crow, the eating something spicy video, you liked it for the chemistry and science stuff. That was the first video where we got all of our chemistry equipment. We found it in some like, it wasn't an antique store. It was like some sort of reseller, like warehouse reseller. And there was just a bunch of crazy chemistry equipment in there with like large jars of hydrochloric acid and labels and beakers and tubes, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is so good. We're gonna use this. I don't remember if we were specifically looking for it for the eating something spicy episode, but maybe we found it and we were like, we just need to get this, and then we wrote an episode around it. Sometimes that happens where like you come across like a really good prop and you're like, what can we do with this? Do you agree with your most popular videos being the most popular ones, or is it always a surprise? I don't always agree with it, no. Zenta. I don't know why Giant Water Balloon has that many views. It's kind of weird. It's kind of crazy. I honestly think the Giant Egg one should have more views. I think we did better on the Giant Egg one. I can also see why maybe the making ice cream has that many views. It's got like 100 and something million views. I animated the ice cream, and I even made the ice cream. Like I created him and animated him, and our composer made like a really nice score. I think our story was fun. It had a crazy twist ending. I think that one like is one of our more successful like story episodes, and I can see why it's got a lot of views. But I don't know what's going on with Giant Water Balloon. Like the Giant Water Balloon has sponsorship in it. Like it has scenes with like anime characters. I don't know, it's just weird. You Lego OBS fan? You liked learning skateboard and making ice cream. I also love those. I loved the skateboard one. Oh, I hear the boomerang dropping behind him. I need to remove that. Yeah, you hear that? Let's remove that sound. I think it happens right here. Okay. I think I can take this and just do that. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah, now you don't hear it. And I did that somewhere back here. I think I can do the same thing. Let's take this. Actually, let's reduce it by one more frame each. And I should be able to just still hear the boomerang. Let's try and get rid of that. I'm trying to get rid of the boomerang that he dropped, because when he throws this, it's not the real boomerang. This is a fake boomerang. And what he's doing is he's holding the real one right now. And then when he throws it, he's actually dropping it behind him. So we needed it to swap to the fake one. There we go. Okay, now it's gone. All right. All right, now it comes in. Now here we have the boomerang coming in, hovering for a moment, and then dropping to the ground. So let's do that. Should be pretty quick. I'm just going to copy and paste this, basically. Wind twisting. Yeah, the time paradox one with... that was like one of our first bigger visual effects episodes where he finds that time clock, and it's a paradox where we don't know how he even got that clock in the first place, but it teleports him through time. I was also a fan of that episode, and just like the loop he found himself in, it was super weird. Thank you to everyone who binges our content. Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly, thank you so much for the kind words. Look, everyone, we're not going to do a face reveal, because if you all saw his face, you would lose your personality. You would lose your humanity. Something would happen to you, you would break. The last person that saw his face, we don't speak of him anymore. Have you considered making shorts? We have Decayed Tooth. We've made shorts in the past. They just haven't been very profitable. Like our butterfly one was designed as a short, and it was very successful, actually. I really enjoyed that short. The one where he's catching a butterfly, and then like all the other butterflies come over and then land on him and then carry him way up into the sky. It's just a lot of effort to make even a short. And it doesn't... the cost to effort to payoff isn't worth it. Currently, the best strategy is just to make big episodes and then make shorts out of those. Thank you, Wario fan. Good to hear that you've been watching. Yeah. Wind twisting, the movie reference at the end of the time paradox, the Langoliers. When he enters like the timeless zone. I think that was Stephen King. If no one asked earlier, Zenta, when did you both come up with the idea of BSD? Who comes up with what usually? So I've kind of been into YouTube my whole life, and it's been something I've wanted to do, like make a YouTube channel. And I've tried before and I've failed. And I had this idea. I watched a couple channels that inspired me. One was You Suck at Cooking. The other one was How to Basic. And then obviously like Corridor and Rocket Jump and other visual effects channels. And I was already like a visual effects artist. I was already an animator. So I had the idea for Buttered Side Down as this like first person, voiceless, like strange visual effects channel. And I pitched it to my friend and he liked it. And he actually said like, let's change a few things about it. And so together we kind of like massaged that a bit into what it became Buttered Side Down. It wasn't, the initial idea wasn't exactly what you see here. And it was actually a lot more of like a experiment than, we did not know it would be successful. We just kind of started recording a video. Like we made the paper airplane one in one day and then just started like, it just continued making them. And it just kind of like spiraled out of control from there. I am not Mr. Butter. Okay. If anyone's curious what camera we use. This is something we're gonna make a video on later, and I think we're gonna make it. We might make it available only for members, but for now, I will give you a sneak peek. But this is what he wears, and this is a GoPro. This is a GoPro that we hacked apart. We tore it apart. We tore all the electronics out of the GoPro, and we 3D printed the housing. We added a stereo camera on top. We added a live feed camera up here, and we placed the GoPro's camera. We flipped it over. It actually records upside down, and we placed the GoPro camera in the center of the lens here. So he gets almost completely one-to-one view of what he sees. And we used to have so many problems. We used to have so many problems keeping things in frame and keeping things, because like he might look too high or he might look too low, he might look to the left too much, and what we're trying to show good is out of frame. But this solved it completely, and we had to basically like hack these glasses together, and they're held together by rubber. It's held together by rubber bands and glue, which is very on brand for the channel. Okay, so I need this sound to come in and land on the grass. Let's keep going. We have it landing here, so I'll place the grassland sound here. Okay, but I also want to use a different sound because we already used that one. Let's grab maybe like, like this one, maybe. Okay, it's fine. It's like the same thing. Let's have this end here. We're going to grab more of this. Let's see how that sounds. And then the panner needs to change. Okay, so we'll start the panner back here. So it sounds like it's coming from the right side of the screen, and then it enters by about here. And then this sounds too similar to the previous version of it, so we're gonna make it a little, let's see, slower or faster? We'll make it a little bit slower so it fits. Go to 95. It's not bad. I kind of want to make it, I kind of want to pitch it up. Make a higher pitch, but I'm hesitant to do that because it sounds, this pitch shifter sounds awful. Let's try it. Like this sense thing. No, I can't change sense. I have to change semitones. If I change this, if I do like 7. Oh, it sounds so bad. Why does it sound so bad? Why is this pitch shifter so bad? It just completely ruins the sound. I can't use this. It's unusable. What you have to do is you have to just speed up the sound, I guess. What if I slow it down by 90, but I keep the audio pitch? What if I do that? Yeah, even that sounds terrible. It just sounds like, I don't know, twangy or something. The $1 million question, have you considered collabing with How to Basic? You tell me what that would look like. I don't know what that would look like. Like, do they fight? Is it just a fight? Is it just like a battle? I don't know. The main editors of the BSD wiki send their regards. Tell them to show up. And also thank you to them for consistently editing the BSD wiki and updating it. Faizuki, yes, this is the person who owns this account. Okay, this needs to be higher pitched. I'm going to do 110. That's better. That's better. That's working. Okay, let's see. That kind of works. It comes in a little late. I think I'm gonna try this. Bring the fade in later or earlier. Not bad. It still needs to increase in volume, and I think that's the problem right now. Maybe it's too loud in general. Let's go -4. Oh, we'll do -3. Key it, and then we'll have it get quieter back here, -8. And then we'll remove this a bit more. Make sure I save. For anyone just joining, this is a live editing stream where we're finishing the next episode called Learning to Boomerang. I am adding all the sound effects right now. The video is edited and the visual effects are a work in progress. However, they are all laid in. So anywhere there is a visual effect, you can see here, this is a animated boomerang. Anywhere there's a visual effect, it has been animated, but not rendered. So it doesn't look realistic yet. But the video is nearing completion. We hope maybe to get the video out by the weekend. We'll see if we can get it done by then, but no guarantees. And right now I'm laying in all the sound effects for this whooshing, swooshing boomerang. And this is our first live stream to this channel. If you guys like seeing us work on episodes and hanging out with us, let us know. We can do more of these in the future. We can also stream other processes beyond just doing sound effects. But it's cool to say hi and hang out with you guys and talk channel with you. We also just revamped our YouTube memberships. So if you want to come hang out with us on Discord, that's available. And we're going to be doing some behind the scenes content for members only in the future. So you can support the channel and at the same time get some cool benefits. So appreciate anybody who's here watching, liking, subscribing, and thanks for many years of sharing and watching our content.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Nice, nice. I think it's a little loud here, so I'm going to turn the volume down. Let's see. It might actually be okay, given that there's going to be music. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to leave it the same volume. I am not the man. I am not Mr. Butter. I am the editor, animator, sound effects guy, writer, co-writer, co-director. It's just two of us. Mr. Editor, do you dream in Butter's noises sometimes? More than I'd like to admit. probably hear this fan. That's annoying. Okay, just turn the fan on. If that's like loud and annoying, tell me.
What the? Oh.
What does he do next?
Oh.
The inner machinations of Mr. Butter's mind are an enigma.
Ha. Ha. Huh. Oh.
Alright, this one's gonna be interesting. I need to do like a rope unfurling sound. I don't think I have anything like this. And there's so many unique sounds in this episode. Like, this is gonna sound like it's gonna be a swooshing sound, basically. But like a very specific swooshing sound. Let's see what I have in the swooshes. In the whooshes. Chopper whoosh. Clearly no. This is an underrated sound. Okay, I don't think it's any of these. Maybe these whip whooshes? Nah. Nah. Okay, what else do I have? Cable? It's kind of close. Not quite. If I put that in here, it's not gonna sound right.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like just not appropriate. Energy, ghost, transition, whip. Could be whip. That's not bad. That kind of sounds like it. Let's try this. And long enough. Okay, so we need something like a rope unfurling sound. Let's see if this can do it. And then basically right here, it's going to turn into a rope being pulled taut sound, which is like a twing or something. Yeah, it's a funny suggestion, Zenta. I'm Mr. Bread. He's Mr. Butter. Bread and butter. That's actually not bad. See, this is the benefit of having a live stream. You just get like good suggestions from the audience. Ah, this doesn't sound good. Why? Okay, maybe it needs to be faster, but then it's gonna be too high pitched. And go like 150. Maintain audio pitch. Ugh. I think I'm gonna have to go look for a sound like this for this one. I don't know how much more I'm gonna be on stream, guys. I do have to go get lunch. Let's look for cable. Cable whip, maybe. Whoa. Cool. That's not quite what I was thinking, but that's cool. Wow. My co-streamer is currently busy with life. He cannot be here indefinitely to chat, unfortunately. I'm looking for like a cable unfurling sound or like a rope unfurling sound, like something really, really high pitched and aggressive. Not that. Ooh, that's interesting. That's kind of, that's like close to what I'm talking about. I can like save that one. Am I Mr. Beast? Yeah, I'm Mr. Beast. Actually, Mr. Butter is Mr. Beast. Interesting, interesting. Just looking for that perfect sound. It's always. Maybe? I will have to find this later. I think I'm gonna go get some lunch. We are approaching the 3-hour mark. We've got 2 minutes until 3-hour stream. I think we're gonna call it at the 3-hour mark. So this is gonna be my going away. I'm gonna show everybody who wants to see it the progress we made today. I'm gonna play the edit up until basically the rope part. So for the first 1 minute, we're gonna play that, and then we're gonna call the stream. So let's go.
Oh. Oh.
What was that rope sound?
Oh. Oh. Huh. Oh. 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 What the? Oh.
This is coming together great. I'm super proud of it. Oh, man. Yeah, all these sound effects I laid in the beginning here are working really well. I don't really have any notes. There was like a weird rogue sound effect. Yeah, whatever this is. What is that doing here? Delete. Okay, so I've still got quite a bit more to go, although I think I've gotten through like a lot, like the majority of the difficult sound effects here in the beginning. Basically what's left is this rope. This rope thing's gonna be tricky. And then we have, okay, the mannequin. And that's gonna be a lot simpler, I think. There's nothing crazy there. We have the building section, which is, there's almost no sound effects for. And then we have the crazy climax. Where he goes airborne. So I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you everyone who showed up and hung out with us. Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, check out our channel channel memberships, and look forward to this episode coming out hopefully this weekend. We'll see. I need to keep working, but I have to go get lunch. So thanks again. It's been a pleasure, and have a great day.